Okay, so I thought I'd make a video. Oh, wait, all right. So I thought I'd make a video real quick, talking about the first time I had a seizure, which was 4 years ago. It was actually my first day working at Goodwill, and it was Goodwill that wasn't open yet, so we were doing like setup and stuff like that. And I wasn't withdrawing. I had done black that day. I had drugs in me, and I was pushing this like white bin. It was like wheels that we used to like get donations, transfer shit around, and I blacked out during the seizure. But from what my friend Josh told me is I fell into the white bin and tipped over, and then was just flop on the ground. He stuck his hand in my mouth, which you're actually not supposed to do that for seizures. So anybody that's told you just hold tongues and stuff like that, you can look it up. You're not supposed to do that. The sheet the hospital gives you for seizures tells you do not put your hand in, or objects in the person's mouth. So, but he said I bit the shit out of him. So when I come to, I'm drenched in sweat, like I mean liquefied, like. And I get up, and I'm sitting on the ground, and people are all over me, touching me, and I'm just kind of like pushing them off me, like, what the fuck are you guys doing on me? And they're like, dude, you just had a seizure. Like, calm down, ambulance is coming. I was like, what do you mean I had a seizure? And he explained, you were flopping on the ground, bro. Like, shit like that. Have you ever had a seizure? I was like, no, not that I know of. I've split my head open twice. I've had a lot of head injuries, a lot of concussions. All from like skateboarding, dirt bikes, and stuff like that. Nodding out. I've hurt myself a lot of different ways, but so they take me to the hospital. Now, granted, this is my first day at Goodwill, so I had no insurance. So they take me to the hospital, and it's like 1 o'clock, 1:30. We get off at 3:30, so I was almost done for the day. So I get to the hospital. They run me some IV bags, I'm guessing morphine, and they gave me a saline bag and shit. They gave me some kind of benzo, and then they gave me a prescription for Keppra, because they were rolling me to get a CT scan on my head. But I was like, aren't those really expensive if you don't have insurance? And the nurse was like, well, yeah. I was like, turn around, dog. I was like, I ain't doing it, because I didn't have insurance. So the doctor's like, well, I'm just gonna send you home with a prescription of Keppra, which is seizure medication. So I start taking the Keppra, and within a week, I wanted to beat the shit out of everything and every object, and it was not normal. I got a short, not that short of a temper, a little bit of a temper. This shit made the littlest things make me pissed. So 2 weeks in, I stopped taking them. So, back to the hospital, they released me at like 5:30. My dealer closes at 7 because I was on heroin at the time. So I called him on my way from the hospital to my house, like, yo, I need a 40, a half gram, come to my house. I just had a seizure on my way home. You got me? Yeah, I got you. 7 o'clock, he was texting me, yeah, I'm still coming. He never came. He sent me a text at like 7:30 saying, tomorrow morning. So I felt miserable all night because I had that fucking head fucked up feeling from the seizure still. My body was aching, and then withdrawals. It was not fun. And the reason I avoided the neurologist for 4 years, even though I've had seizures throughout these years, is I'm kind of afraid that how it could affect my life as far as employment, driving, stuff like that. Like, which I have found out that if you're medicated and their medicine works, and there's proof your medicine works, it really doesn't limit you. You're actually a protected class of people. So then I'll find out the 5th I go to the neurologist. I'm sure it's not going to be a one-day thing to find out. I'm sure it's going to be several tests. I'm a little afraid to find out because of, like, I've had a lot of problems lately with my brain. These last 2 seizures, the one where I pinched a nerve in my back, and the seizure after that where I just seizured in my chair, they really fucked up my body. Like, I couldn't lay down for 3 weeks when I pinched my nerve. So I went up, when that happened, I was going up the stairs of my house to my parents' bedroom to get the heating pad because I had already had a sore back, and I had a seizure. So I don't know what I hit, but my parents were downstairs and they said whatever I hit fucking hard. And it took, like I said, I got nerve damage from that. I'm finally starting to get good. I'm back to doing push-ups and lifting weights again, like not too heavily, but I did lose a lot of muscle mass and weight. Not that I was ever really big, but I was in pretty decent shape. And I still am, I was a lot stronger than I am now. So they got me on Ativan, or the other name is Laprazban. It's a benzo. It's like on the tree of benzos, it's like the bottom weakest one. I was prescribed them by my normal doctor because I needed some kind of medication until I go to my neurologist. She only prescribed me 2 a day, 1 milligrams. I've been having to take 3. So luckily I run out the day after I go to the neurologist. So he can get me something like Klonopin or a stronger Ativan or a 3 times a day dose, because it's the 2 times a day it wasn't working. I almost had a seizure several times in between those doses. So that's the story of my first seizure. You know, it's a really weird feeling in your brain. The weirdest thing is, so when you come to, the looks on people's face, first of all, is like, oh God. Like after the first one, you're just like, oh God, dude, it was just a seizure. Get the fuck over it. Like, you understand people are freaked out because but they just saw. But as somebody that has had multiple seizures, it kind of sucks getting looked at that way and people touching you. Oh man, you okay? You get why? It's just, I don't like that feeling. And when you come to, the biggest thing is you have no clue what time, day. It could have been a minute. It could have been 5 weeks. It's the weirdest feeling to describe. It only takes a minute to realize what's going on. But I mean, there's times where I've had seizures and it's like, you think it's 3 days later, and then after a minute you're like, oh wait, no, it's 8 o'clock on this day. So find out what it is. My doctor thinks they're clonic-tonic seizures, which is like can be caused by multiple different things. Everything from, I think it's potassium being low, brain damage. I would say drug withdrawal, but I've had seizures over the last 4 years while I was on drugs. Like, most of my seizures didn't happen during withdrawing. I think only 1 seizure happened during withdrawing. And it's probably because I tried to snort some coke to help with the withdrawals. And then I had a seizure on the toilet. That will be a different story. The time I had a seizure on my toilet, yeah, that was a good thing my pants were pulled up before the fucking EMTs got there. But yeah, so wish me luck on the 5th. I'll probably make another video today talking about how I'm doing with the kratom withdrawals. I'll just give you a quick answer. I'm doing completely fine. Again, I'm on Ativan, so that's probably helping a lot. And I reduced down to 2 grams a day for 2 days and 3 grams a day for 2 days. And I did 4 grams for a few days. I did 5 grams for like a week. So I lowered my doses. I'll do that all in a different video. But, you know, wish me luck that they get me on the right medicine and everything goes good. You know, mentally I'm starting to do a lot better. I can go back to my old job anytime I want, but I'm waiting until after the seizure appointment on the 5th. So, because I want to make sure my seizure shit's all taken care of before I go back to work. But I would like to also find something better than that, so I'll just work there while I look for something better. I want to do like oil rig or forest ranger or something like that. But hope everybody has a good day. I had a good New Year. I accomplished technically 2 of my goals. I'm not on kratom and I'm not on heroin. Haven't done heroin and it'll be almost 60 days. I think the 2nd will be the 60 days. I think tomorrow. I think today's 59. So it's almost been 2 months without it. And then the kratom, it's been like, fuck, I don't know. It's been over 48 hours. I really don't even notice it that I stopped taking it. I woke up this morning and the first morning I didn't have any bowel problems. That kratom, man, whew, when you're taking it in high doses especially, it is painful in the morning to go to the bathroom. you feel like you're gonna throw up. Like, oh, I don't know if it's just me, but when I was taking like, I don't know, even like 6-7 grams, like 4 or 5 times a day, next morning that bathroom trip was horrible. But starting to ramble into a different subject, so I'm gonna make another video today. So everybody have a great New Year's.